Good evening everybody, Car Biker here, and it's time for another TDM Tuesday, bit more work on the TDM. Now you might remember this part from a few videos back. We were using the plastic repair to fix all the cracks, get rid of some holes, fill in the big gaps, and now we are preparing it. So already started, got some black filler on there. I'm just sanding it out with 400 grit paper. Then going to skim fill over it again with more black filler. Bit more sanding, get it as smooth as possible. Again, hopefully we can't feel anything, because if we can feel it we'll be able to see it when we come to paint it. So the black filler, all nice and smooth, means we'll be using less black paint when we come to paint it, and hopefully we'll get something approaching the original style once we've actually finished the job. But tonight, all preparation. Key part here is to make sure you can't feel the edges, so they're all feathered out nicely where the filler meets the plastics. It's not going to be perfect straight away because we're going to fill over it again, but getting that as smooth as possible on the first go. That's the first sanding down done, and it's all looking quite nice. Can't feel the edges where we've filled and sanded. So we're going to wipe it down with a bit of panel wipe, get it nice and clean. And then where it needs it, we'll fill some more, sand it down again and keep going until we're happy with it. This could take some time. A couple of bits that need attention that we're going to do separately. This one here, if you remember, we had a piece missing and we glued that piece in or put it back in with a plastic repair kit, but it's ended up a little bit low, so it's sagged a bit where it hadn't quite dried and we let it move. So we're going to fill that in and get that nice and level. And on this side, if you remember this one, you can actually see the white area there. We didn't have a hole at all, so we recreated this one from the plastic repair kit, drilled our own hole, and it's a bit of a mess. It's not nice and round, so we need to do something with that to make it nice and round again, so that it looks as if it was a new bike. Well, as new as we're going to get it. So first things first, get it cleaned. Here it is after cleaning. Actually, it's a lot better than we expected. Got a hole there, that's a drill hole, so that still needs a bit of filler. We'll push a bit of filler through from the back and then sand it smooth. Another drill hole there where we were doing the plastics repairs. But these bits have come out really nicely. There's a little bit of a bit there needs filling, a little bit of a crack, and just a few other little bits. Got a theory for these. The theory is if we use a socket, we can put the socket in there, which will give us a nice round shape, and then fill around it. And then when we pull the socket out, obviously that'll disturb it somewhat, but we can sand that back and hopefully get a nice little circle in there, and the same on this side. So it'll be interesting to try that. For the filling, we're using this filler. It's not the standard filler you would use on metal. It's the this is a bumper soft one. It's putty rather than filler, and it flexes slightly, so you can still sand it, you can still paint over it, but it flexes slightly because it's in the plastic, and that means that hopefully it won't crack and break. So probably anybody who watches this kind of thing has watched Wheeler Dealers or something similar, where it's the standard idea is you have a golf ball size of that to a pea of this, but we don't want anything like a golf ball, so it's more like a pea of this to a pinhead of that. And we'll mix it up and then start applying it. tricky piece. Time to get the socket to work. Let's see if we can make a round hole. So here is our slightly closer to circular hole. It's not too bad actually. And on the other side, on the one that we built from nothing, again, not too bad. It needs another fill over and a bit more sanding, but it's certainly a lot better than it was. Just going to give this a wipe down, wipe it clean. Just gone over it with a 400 grit wet and dry, and it's now nice and smooth, all the fillers smoothed off. Going to clean it up, go over it with a finer grit so we can get it all keyed and ready for painting. Not going to be painting it yet because it's too cold to be painting at the minute. But the filler trick with the socket has worked quite well. So let me show you our new round holes. So quite pleased with how those have turned out. I'll put in the before shot from a previous video so you can see what those used to look like and how they've improved. Final job, let's get it cleaned, keyed, and then it'll be put aside until the weather gets warmer and we can paint it. So this will just take out the big scratches, key it up, ready for paint, and then it's back in its box. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.